Now we'll work on our hips. Bring your hands to the side. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower both knees to the right. Breathe in, back to center. And exhale, lower knees left. Inhale. Exhale, lower knees right. Inhale. Exhale, left. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Back to center. Move into butterfly pose. Bring both the soles of both feet together. Hands to the side. Breathe in, press down, lengthen your spine upward. Exhale, shoulders down, sit tall. Lots of airspace between your ears and your shoulders. Use your thigh muscles to press your knees toward the floor. Release, left hand, take hold of your toes, ankle, or shin, and right hand behind you for the butterfly twist. Breathe in, sit tall. Exhale, twist right. Breathe in, head back to center. Exhale. See if you can sit just as tall as you unwind. Right hand to toes, ankle, or shin. Left hand behind. Inhale and exhale, twist left. Breathe in. Come back to center. Extend your right leg to the side, left foot to your inner thigh. Right hand in line with your hip. Reach up on the left, stretch, then bend right. And be sure to line up your back, neck and head as if you're sitting up against an imaginary wall to keep your seated alignment. Feel the stretch, opening of the hip joints. Flow your arm down, sit up. Keep your right leg extended, or you could bend the right knee. So if your right hip comes up quite a bit, then the better choice for you would be to keep the right leg extended, okay? Hands on the side. Once again, take a breath in and exhale, extend upward. If this works for you, if you can keep your chest open, tip forward at the hips. Stay right there. This is what it looks like from the side view. Head, neck, and spine in alignment. If it starts to be here, then just extend upward. Sit up, extend your left leg to the side, hands in line with the hips. Breathe in, lengthen upward. Exhale, shoulders down. So again, reminder, you can stay here for your pose and feel the hip opening. If it works for you, tip forward at the hips. If you start to round your back, choose this one. Choose to lengthen your spine like that. And come up. For the next pose, several options. You can roll up your mat. I happen to have a mat that's already rolled up. Stand and put your heels, this is called the Malasana pose, it's another hip opener. Put your heels on the mat, bend your knees, sit down, and you could bring your elbows on the inside of your knees, on top of your knees, or the outside of your knees, okay? And I'll show you another option. I have a little stool. This is just an ordinary everyday stool that happens to be very low, but you could get meditation stools on Amazon and just sit with the knees apart to open up the joints right here. So you can sit right here. If it works for you, well for you to tip forward, you could move into the arm position. And again, it could be inside, on top, outside, right? Or you could just sit right there, perhaps place your hands on the inner thigh to open up the hips, just like that. Nice. Hands to the floor, hips up for forward fold and heads down. Bring your feet parallel to each other, soft knees, and roll up one vertebra at a time. Stand tall, keep your shoulders down. I'll move the props out of the way. Okay, so warrior two is an excellent hip opening pose. Take your wide stance. Turn your right foot 90 degrees, left foot perpendicular toward your computer screen. And if your hips are tight, then bring that left foot a little bit forward. It'll be kinder to tight hip joints. Bring your arms out to the side. Move into warrior two by adjusting the left foot. Bend your right knee, but don't bend it any more than directly over your right ankle. Keep your shoulders right on top of the hips. You're going to use your feet to grip, to be sturdy and stable and grounded. Use your thighs, have them rotate laterally. Left thigh rotates to the left, right thigh rotates to the right. Use your glutes to keep the hip opening stretch, core, and your back. Turn your head right and take a few breaths. Next, we'll move into the triangle. Straighten out that right leg, reach right, hinge sideways. Open up across your chest. Now, some of you may have a stance that is, it all depends on your body. You may have a stance that's a little closer and your pose looks like this. Do not bring your upper body in front of your lower body. Stack your upper body on top. Again, as if your body is lined up against a wall. So I'm showing you up against a wall. The whole body is up against a wall, okay? Now grip with, to come out, grip with your feet, grip with your thighs and lift. Bring your hips underneath the shoulders, arms down. Bring your feet forward. Choose your stance. Turn your left foot 90 degrees, right foot perpendicular toward the wall in front of you. If you need to, bring that right foot just a little forward, arms out to the side, move into warrior two by adjusting your right foot. Be careful not to overextend that left knee, bring it back, right on top of the ankle. Bring your shoulders on top of the hips and use your legs and core muscles and back muscles. Well, the legs and core muscles are what are used to open up the hips. Back muscles, use them to stack your shoulders right on top of the hips. Turn your head left, take a few breaths. Triangle, straighten your left knee, reach left, hinge sideways. Keep your chest open, keep your right rib cage reaching up toward the sky. And your head, make sure that it's not dropping down like that. Keep your head supported. To come out of the pose, from the feet up, feel very grounded with your feet. Activate the thighs, activate your core. Bring your shoulders on top of your hips. See here, the shoulders are not on top of the hips. Bring your shoulders on top of the hips by using your thighs and your core and your back. Then arms down, feet forward. Bring the feet underneath your hips. And let's just have a seat. On the mat, extend your legs. Let's reach up and exhale, roll back down onto the mat. Bring your right knee into your chest and lower your right knee down to the right. Hug that shin, breathe in, exhale, and hug that knee right in toward your right armpit. Next, moving into the lying tree pose. Bring the sole of your right foot to your inner thigh. And your right hand, just place it on the inside of the inner thigh. Just a little bit of extra weight to, again, persuade that hip opening. Breathe into the stretch. Left hand, you could place your left hand on your left hip to make sure that it doesn't pop up higher than the right hip. Remember that your practice should never cause pain. If you should feel any pain, just back off, do a lighter version of the pose, or just stop doing that pose. Left knee into your chest, lower the left knee down to the left side, breathe in, hug it in toward your left armpit. Lying tree pose, place your left sole of your foot on the inside of the opposite leg. Okay. Left hand on the left thigh and right hand on your right hip. So just that little bit of extra weight of your left hand will open up the left hip joint, and just breathe into that stretch. Knees into your chest. Hug your knees, roll your hips side to side. Come back to center. Extend your right leg. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, spinal twist to the right. So just choose the leg position that you wish for your spinal twist. One knee bent, or both knees bent, or left knee over the right. Roll onto your back. Breathe in and exhale, spinal twist left. Roll onto your back.